Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Listen, I don't know what's happened to my stream. Something's kind of bugged out. It looked like I ended one of the live streams and it wouldn't go live, so I had to create another one on the spot. So apologies, people, if you're seeing two kind of thumbnails with the same title. I have to obviously try and get that sorted out after the show. But listen, please, if you are new, please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you're new. And thank you to those that have subscribed in the past couple of days. Really appreciate it. Big up to all of you. Listen, a week is a long time in football, but so much has happened. So much water has gone under the bridge. And obviously the big news coming out of Arsenal, Mr. Edu has left the club. He has left the building. He's resigned, going to pastures new, looking to, control a conglomerate of teams under this other owner who owns Nottingham Forest. So, look, it's a shock for some people, a bit of a surprise for Arsenal, because obviously, they probably didn't know. I'm not too sure whether they knew or not, but at the end of the day, he's decided, that he's going to go and go to pastures new. So look, we need to be delving into that. Obviously, the weekend fixtures have gone. It hasn't been a good week for us at all. We were terrible against Newcastle. We will be talking about our game and looking at our respective games over the weekend. Ruben doing the business against Man City yesterday. I'm sure Big D and JP are one happy couple right now, because, bro, done bits against Mr. Pep Guardiola. Can he do the same thing when he meets them in the Premier League? That's going to be massive. And listen, I don't know what's going on with Man City. And there's a statement that Pep came out. I will be reading that statement in a bit. But listen, I won't go back too much into that. But listen, before I go into the show and stop waffling, I'm going to bring on Mr. Big D and Mr. JP.
Yes, fellas.
Big up to you guys. Apologies for the show starting late. As I said, I had technical problems galore, so I really do apologize. But listen, this is what happens when you're doing live shows, and it doesn't always go to plan. Arsenal right now is not going to plan. With the state of football that we're playing right now, man, and great football right now, and great FC. We need to be looking into that and sorting that out. But listen, before we go into the menu tonight, let's just go quickly around the table. Hopefully, as Mutt said, he might try and join us midway through the show. I really want to get this show done before my game tonight. We're going away to Inter Milan. That's going to be tough.
Yeah,
against Inzaghi, mate, and not looking forward to it. Our youth team just got battered 4-1 out there. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, our youth team just got battered out there 4-1. I don't know if it was today or whatever. So, bro, it's not looking good for us right now. But listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, D, how you doing anyway?
Yeah, doing all right, now. The winter nights are already taking its toll, man. This fog means, boy, driving in the dark and in the fog, that's a bad combination there.
I saw when I was driving to work this morning, the Black Heath, anybody knows Black Heath, it was thick with fog this morning.
The Common. Yeah, always.
Where they do the marathon. So the start of the marathon. So man, winter is truly here, boy. I thought it was gonna be. I was expecting some mild weather, but man, I was feeling the cold today. I'm not gonna lie, man. Feeling the cold today.
I think last night I was in the machine and I opened the front door. I just exhaled and my breath just kept going. I said, "Rah, man, this is cold out here, man." And that's that was about just gone 9:30. Into the office and I went, man, I ain't feeling this today. But apart from that, then, man, we good, man. You know already. We got to do what we got to do. Stay
Yeah,
focused.
bro. Yeah, but listen, you should be happy. As I say, you got a new manager destined to your club, and we will get into that as well.
Well,
so yeah, we're definitely getting to that. But yeah, JP, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, bro. Feeling good, doing well. Busy week. I moved into a new office at work this week, so went down and got some swanky new offices around Charlotte Street.
Oh, great! Good. See that the Man United fans are doing quite well. You know what I mean? Seems to be flowing, you know. Oberim, you know. Yeah. Well, listen, look. Listen, right? Listen. I kind of envy you, man, because, bro, not gonna lie, man. What I saw last night from Sporting Lisbon and from Victor Gyökeres, mate, different class, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we will get into some of the Champions League games as well. But before, you know, we do, I just want to, let me just find it here on my little screen. And basically, like, just want to obviously congratulate the teams from last week that made it into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Arsenal, we play at home to Crystal Palace after slapping up Preston North End. So we are at home to Crystal Palace. Listen, it's a nice home draw, but listen, I'm not taking anything for granted. Arsenal have not won this cup in 30 odd years, and so we really need to be going.
Is it that long? Is it that long?
Yeah, Carabao Cup, yeah. Or when it was the Milk Cup, or whatever it was.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's changed so many hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's changed so many hands. And Newcastle, obviously, they beat Chelsea to go through and play Brentford. So that's the other tie, the other quarterfinal tie. And then you've got Southampton against Liverpool. So Southampton will be at home to Liverpool. Liverpool right now are flying. Top of the Champions League, top of the league. Slot has really got these players playing really well. I'm not going to lie. There's such a balance to this Liverpool side. And look, if this guy goes on and wins the league, bro, there's going to be certain managers. Well, you know, this is just the first phase of Slot's of his reign, and we're in phase 5 or 6 at the moment. So if he comes along and wins the league. In his first start, you know what I mean, bro, this could get peak for some managers. I'm going to say I'm not naming any, but it could get peak for some managers. And lastly, Tottenham at home to Man United. Chili's Tottenham or Man City, I don't know. It depends because he's second team. He's second. I didn't know who he was supporting on the day, because obviously Tottenham beat Man City.
Confusing with Chile, isn't it?
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, that's 3 games on the bounce now that Man City have lost. They lost.
That's right.
They lost to obviously Tottenham. They lost to the Cherries, who beat us. I didn't expect that scoreline. You know what I mean? I think it was it 2-1 or 3-1 in the end?
2-1.
Yeah. And then they go and get slapped up by Sporting Lisbon last night. You know what I mean? At first, I looked at that game. In the first 20 minutes of that game, I thought Man City, after Foden getting that goal after 4 minutes, I thought, bro, do you know what I mean? It's looking quite ominous for Sporting Lisbon. But listen, I think they're getting an equaliser. They come back out at half time. I don't know what Ruben said to him or Ruben said to them, but they came out a different animal. Gyökeres getting a hat trick, 2 penalties, and a lovely dink goal. They're going to win the game 4-1. Haaland missing a penalty as well. So listen, there was only one striker that night yesterday, and all honors goes to Mr. Gyökeres right now. You know what I mean? The pressure is definitely on. And so just staying on the theme of Man City. There was something that where did I read it? Let's see. Let's find it. Why have I lost it? I've lost it.
No, while you're looking there, Erling Haaland, since he told Mikel Arteta to stay humble, he's been trash ever since, mate. It's not a coincidence. since that moment,
listen. Even though he said stay humble, listen, I wouldn't mind even about saying he's still the top goal scorer.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but his form has dipped since that incident.
Yeah,
which is that a coincidence? Like, did he just
I don't know, because before that he wasn't really scoring. So
if you see the beginning of the season, right?
No, he scored
he got off to a fly, didn't he?
Sorry, Jay, what was that?
No, he scored loads at the beginning, as D said.
Yeah, he did.
And then obviously he lost KDB. And then that incident with you guys where he comes at Arteta, and I don't even know why he came at Arteta. I don't know what Arteta did for him to even say that. But since then, he's been really hit and miss to a point that the certain man in the fantasy saying it's time to cut him loose. You imagine that we're saying it's time to, because his game week blanking.
I'll take him in
unbelievable, Norm.
I'll take him in a heartbeat because we need a goal scorer.
I think he's blanked 4 of the last 5 games. He's blanked in fantasy, so in reality as well. Because he hasn't, he ain't been scoring.
No, he scored. He scored. Not in the
in Europe, but not in the Prem.
All right, okay, in
the Prem, fantasy. So in fantasy, the guys are saying, "Yo, D, I'm cutting him loose." I'm saying, "Oh man!" But the moment you cut him loose, he bangs a hat trick. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
And so it's one of them. It's a weird one. But I just said,
yes. Big up. I'm sure we was on the same stream. On I think it was Southern Gooner. Big up to you, bro. How you doing, man? And listen, man. Thank you for coming to the show and checking us out, mate. This is the What's Going On podcast, and this is Normski TV, and I've got a couple of my mates, Man United fans, right now. Yeah, it was Northside. That's right. It was the Northside. Yeah, I've been doing the rounds, guys, fellas. I've been doing the rounds. I've been on a couple of shows. Got some invites on a couple of shows. So yeah, really appreciate that. Big up to Northside. Big up to Southern Gooner. If you don't, go to them and subscribe. Leona, what you saying? Big up.
Yes, Leona, you're right.
Big up. Yeah, and listen. Yeah. Sorry, that you say just with regards to Ireland's cold drought.
Yeah, I mean, I know that
in the Champions League.
No, in the league, and I feel like he has to start learning to create for himself. I think that's what makes him. Stand out. Like this whole relying on De Bruyne.
Yeah,
and this is what I said. I was chatting to a guy yesterday. He's just a football head, and I said to him that if you ain't got a De Bruyne, if you're Pep, you have to play Jack Grealish. That's the only person that naturally creates for Haaland away from De Bruyne. And so I look at it and say, what am I seeing that Pep is not seeing with Grealish? I don't get why Grealish is sort of managed. I know he's Jack the lad, but I would never put Grealish into a box. I would just say, bro, go play that roaming 10 and create from my bad boy striker.
You know what it is, D? Sorry, let me come in here. I think what it is, with a lot of this type of football that we're seeing nowadays, there's a lot of what we call system football. We talked about it enough times on our show. Yeah. And a lot of these guys have not been given the freedom to play. Same with our player, Saka. Yeah. When Saka was under Unai Emery, he was killing it naturally. You know what I mean? Listen, he chucks out the numbers and the stats and all of that. Fair enough, yeah. But unfortunately, a lot of the talented players, natural players, who play in that system football, get it coached, that natural ability coached out of them. So they're now tied down to systems, and it's like, you're on a draft board and you have to be there at this certain time, and when that pass, if you're not there, it doesn't work out. Sometimes you just need to cut loose from that and just be natural, you understand? So Grealish, when he was cooking for Aston Villa, a lot of teams will look at it. He comes to Man City, he now has to slot in to a system. And it works for Pep because, listen, he's got these guys balling out. Listen, they've won 4 Premier Leagues in a bounce. Yeah. But just going on from the Ireland situation, listen, Ireland is what you call a world-class striker in the sense of goal scorer.
Yeah.
But his actual all-round play, I can look at other footballers. I look at, for instance, Gyökeres, who you're probably hoping and praying that he comes to your club, We're talking, 85 million euros, I think.
Yeah,
there's this thing about a gentleman's agreement that if in the summer he could go for less than that, I think it's around about 60 odd million. But I think he's got an 85 million buyout clause. Yeah. And
But
Arsenal,
surely he gets that written into his contract, though, Norm. Because remember what happened with Harry Kane and the gentleman's agreement?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, this is bits and pieces I'm hearing. So I'm assuming that is. I'm assuming that is the situation. But you know, Haaland, he's kind of not complete dry patch, but as you said, you know, listen, yesterday it was Jokic day yesterday. I mean, you know, missing a penalty. I mean, how wrong could it go for Man City? I just wanted to read a statement from. I think this is after Bernard Silva. This is after he had a post-match, and he just basically said, like, it's difficult to find the reasons why what is happening to us now. In 7.5 seasons, I don't remember 3 in a row. All right, this is how good these guys are. Yeah, we're in a dark place right now. Everything looks to be going the wrong way. The good thing is, even though we lost 3 games, we're good. We're in a good position in the Premier League and Champions League. We're still fighting for everything, but we need to do better. And listen, at the end of the day, we cannot, even though they're in a bit of a doldrum right now, losing 3 games on the bounce, which is unheard of. When I say unheard of, I mean, the last time they got slapped up, that in terms of goals, was, I think, Leicester. I think, was it 2 seasons ago, 5-2. They got beaten. Do you know what I mean? They got beaten. Yeah, Mr. Kofi Slot, what you saying, brother? Why you not on the show, man?
Yes, Kofi.
We need to be talking about your team. Slot, the slot machine is doing the business, my friend. Guys,
this brother's on a permanent
hit the like button, please hit that like button. Slap it up for me, brother. Slap it up for me. Sorry, Mr. Kofi Slot. You need to come true, bro. You need to come true, man. A couple of weeks ago, you said you was coming on. I'm gonna see you. Yeah, this week, where are you there? Move her. Come on.
Leave the missus alone, bro. She can cope for 2 hours without you.
Yeah, behave. Let's pause at that. Let's pause at that present, man.
Yes.
My little nephew. I think my little nephew is watching me under his mum's name.
Ricardo, big up yourself, my guy.
My sister.
Yes, Ricky. Yes,
but just quickly before we touch on the other big news, what's your thoughts concerning Man City? Do you think they're at the moment they're in a bit of a dark place, doldrum, or do you think it's just a kind of case? So I know, listen, the Mission Rodri, he's for the whole season. KDB is just coming back. Yeah. But do you think they've got something? Is it something that they need to be really worrying about? Because they really are. I know you got a big smile and smug on your face.
But D, what I'm saying is, if this is a dark place, I'll take it.
Right.
Exactly.
I'll take it. Right. If being up there in the Premier League, up there in the Champions League,
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take it, D.
Because if it's an early blip, Jay, get it out of the way now.
Get it out of the way. Agreed. If it continues, a bit longer than this, the next couple games is still seeing it, then I think we need to start having a little chat about it. But right now, I won't be too worried. Yeah.
Because every team blips like that, don't they? Every team blips like that. And if they're getting their blip before Christmas, then so be it.
Arsenal around about November. That's when we normally, in times gone, we used to have our
March.
And
March.
and April and May. Go again, FC. Let's go. Go again, FC. Let's go.
Squeaky bum time, mate.
Bro. Yeah, big up AFC, man. We say, bro. Big up to you,
brother. Yes, Chris. Big up yourself, bro.
Big up, brother.
So you'd rather be in their place, but listen, Man City have obviously high standards, and they are going through a little bit of a. Listen, they've got quite a bit of injuries as well. I think they've got like 9 players out at the moment. So that is going to affect them. And I did not expect that scoreline at all against the Cherries. I did not expect that at all. I think D, you predicted 3-1.
3-1, yeah. I knew the Cherries, I knew that they'd concede, but I didn't think they'd win that.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing with Man City. They do if you look at a lot of their games that they've played this season, sometimes they've conceded first. Majority of the time they've conceded first and they've come back and saved it by I think against Wolves they were down 2-1 and they get a header. Against us, we was down to 10 men. They come back last minute header. So they're not moving and flowing yet, but they can. When they're ready, once they get their act together, they could build up a head of speed and go on a 15.
Exactly.
But I think the only big factor there is Rodri being out.
I knew he was going there.
But I tell you what as well, though. Like they're more organised with Kyle Walker. Regardless of him lost a bit of pace, I think at the back he organises them better. And that's what you're seeing now with the leaky goals, that they look a little bit like who had him? Where Walker's yelling, he's constantly talking. And so I look at that and say, he's a factor. Even if Pep trying to phase him out for a younger Lewis, when it comes to organising the back line, I think Walker's still their best at doing that. Just getting them organised for set plays and whatever. Because I think you're going to see them getting punked a lot on set plays, which is not really a City thing. They're normally.
I mean, they haven't got big. I mean, apart from Ireland, they haven't really got big players. I mean, Rodri's quite tall. Diaz, obviously, but he's out injured. As you say, Kevin De Bruyne is out injured. John Stones is out injured. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So they've still got some key ones there that are different makers when they play on a consistent basis. So
I mean, listen, their next game is Brighton away. They're going to Brighton away. Now,
that's a hard game, you know.
It's a hard game. They both play high lines, so there could be some goals in this. And listen, Danny Welbeck, boys. Yeah.
Jason,
he's doing really well.
Said that. He's doing really well, said that. Apparently, Ten Hag wanted him, and the board said,
Welbeck.
Yeah, he want to bring him back. Yeah.
Well, you know the interesting thing, talking about strikers, and I know people keep up with us in the chat. We're going all over the place. But Eric Ten Hag's memoirs will be interesting. I know you said there could be a gagging order and all of that, but he did kind of come out and say about Zertsky that I don't know how true it was, that wasn't really who he wanted, because he said when he came to the club in the club, when he came to the club in the summer, he said that Zertsky was overweight, and right now he looks like he's running like he's overweight.
No, and not that, Norm. He's wearing a shirt too big as well. I don't know if you noticed that, Jay.
Yeah,
he's not wearing a fitted shirt. And the first time I saw him play,
15, 16 games now.
I actually did think, why is he not wearing a fitted shirt?
The guy looks like he should be in the Championship at best. The guy looks awful.
Yeah,
awful.
Yeah, the touch, the weight, all of it.
It's
everything.
It's crazy.
Did you see the other day? Who did we play the other day? And Chelsea. He's running in quicksand.
Yeah. It's like he had a lead parachute on his back. He was like, bro. I feel sorry for him a little bit. You know what I mean? Because maybe if he didn't want to come, but then the deal was done. Because I felt like that is definitely a club signing rather than a Eric Ten Hag signing.
What did they see in him?
Exactly.
This is what I don't understand, right? And I think I'm just hitting Man United striker situation at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, because we signed Zertsky, who doesn't score goals.
Right.
He scored 8 goals or whatever it was last year. So he's not a goal scorer.
Yeah.
And we pit him with a guy who don't score goals.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, does it?
We put him with Hoyland, who wasn't really a prolific goal scorer when we signed him.
Yeah.
And our problem is scoring goals. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
We actually need to get someone who scores goals.
And we literally sat back and let Ivan disappear to Never Neverland and earn that easy money. So it's like, what are we doing here? And then you're going to get this hype now. You're going to get this hype now because of the manager, Ruben, coming in now. Like Norman said, we're going to be constantly linked with that striker.
Yeah.
And so he might look at him and say, I don't have the team at Old Trafford to make you look the way you're looking at Sporting, which is because there's something he quoted that Fab put up, and he was asked about Man United playing like Sporting. He said, we cannot transport one reality to another context. Manchester United cannot play the way we play. They cannot play so defensively, and we will have to adapt ourselves. So he's already telling us that. Don't look for that Sporting football.
Yeah, but D, if you listen to what he's saying there, if you actually take that whole statement in its full context, what he's actually saying there isn't just about taking sporting philosophy to. He's actually saying at Manchester United, they've got different traditions. I can't go to Manchester United and play defensive football. Yeah, I need to be more attacking, and I think that's what he's saying there as well.
Yeah. And the thing as well, I think you'll see a whole attitude change as well, Normski. And I think a few weeks ago I was saying I'd like Ruud to stay. Now I'm not so sure because these players will use Ruud as a crutch to get away with foolishness.
Yeah.
And I think if Rude's gone,
Why'd you say that?
because
What makes you think that Rude will let them get away with foolishness? Rude looks
no,
fine.
I'll tell you why. Because at the weekend against Chelsea, he picked a Ten Hag team. Make your own statement, bro. Make your own journey to stay. I don't want to see you picking a Ten Hag.
I
mean, I didn't watch.
The only person that wasn't on there, that wasn't in that team because he was injured, was Ericsson. That was a Ten Hag team he picked there.
Yeah, but Ten Hag has never played Casemiro and Ugarte together ever.
Yeah, because he had Ericsson.
Who else was? No.
I guarantee you, Ruben would have played Ericsson.
Yeah, but when he had the opportunity to play Ugarte, I don't think he would have been. But when he had the opportunity to play Ugarte and Ugarte and Casemiro together, he decided he was going to play Mizrahi instead in the 10.
Right. Yeah.
Ten Hag, that is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ten Hag, that is. So I'm saying, I then remember we still had a whole bunch of injuries for that Chelsea game. So I'm not quite sure who else he would have put in the team.
Yeah, I just want, if Rude's staying, I just want Rude to forget that he was. I know he respects Ten Hag because Ten Hag brought him in. That's what he said. Ten Hag brought him in to be the assistant. But the truth is, that means you're under that regime that was failing. Hence why Ten Hag got fired. So if you see Michael Carrick, when Ollie got fired and Carrick did them 3-4 games, I'm like, yo, that means Carrick wanted to play this kind of football, and Ollie said no. That's how I saw it. Like, I'm saying, make a statement that when Ruben comes in, Ruben's looking at you and saying, I actually like what you've done while he was waiting for me. Rather than, now I'm bringing my boys in and, yes, sorry, Rude, sorry. If Fletcher goes, I don't know what Fletcher does, Jay. Fletcher can go for me, you know what I mean? There's no, and I'm hearing that the players want to fight for Fletcher as well. Why? He's part of a failing regime. Look at our Champions League position. Look at our league position.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, Kieran McKenna was a part of a failing regime.
I know.
And all of a sudden, we're looking at him to be our head coach.
But because of what he's done when he's gone away, which tells me that the manager was listening to him.
So that's to say, maybe he wasn't as bad as you thought he was when he was the number 2. Because at the end of the day, the manager makes a decision. Whether Rude agrees or he disagrees with Mizrahi being the 10, the manager feels like this is how we're gonna. He only put Mizrahi in the 10 because he wanted to press.
Right,
because and the thing he's obsessed with the press that Man United can't play.
And if you look at it, as well, Jay, when you saw him kicking off on the bench, you could tell that Rude wasn't in agreement with what he was doing. That's why they were kicking off. Like, he's like, "What are you doing? This is a must-win. Why are we doing this? Why are we making these subs?" And I actually like that about Rude. I don't know whether Ruben was like that about him, but I like that he's challenging the manager to say, "Come on, man, this is Man United. I played here. I get it."
How would you assess your game? How would you assess the game on Saturday? You know, I mean, obviously, you get that goal. Was it a penalty?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Bruno. Yeah. Haaland won it, and Bruno took it.
Yeah. How would you assess your game? I know it's early days at the moment, and
there's nothing special, Norms. It was to be fair, it was a typical Chelsea Man United game. They are actually normally boring games.
Yeah,
right.
Okay, it's the most drawn Premiership. It's the most drawn game in Premiership history.
That's right. Yeah, it was a struggle to watch it, Jay.
They're often
for me. It was so I was struggling. Sheena came in, she was like, "How is it?" I said, "I'm struggling here, man. I'm struggling today." I had the laptop open doing some stuff.
I mean, Roy Keane came out and said, and this is one of our things that I want to kind of just touch on whilst we're on the Man United topic. And Roy Keane came out and said, according to Roy Keane, this Man United side is a bang average he's bang average in every department. So my question to you guys: can Ruben make you great again? As Trump, who's now the new American president, let's make America great again. Yeah. Can Ruben get them back to greatness? I mean, after seeing what you saw yesterday, I know it's still, it's early days, and yes, Man City, that's quite impressive what he did yesterday, and Gyökeres doing the business, getting a hat trick. What's your opinion on that? And chat, what do you think? Can Ruben take this side, Man United? Because I'm worried because once you start to get things together, You know, whether you go and buy players in the January window or you wait till the summer, yeah. And I know D, you said earlier on you'd like to see us at least try and get 6th place or something like that, because maybe top 4 might be a bit of a tall order for you.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on in terms of Roy Keane calling him a bang average side? I know you didn't kind of take
Roy. You see with Roy, right? And I think I said, you look at the likes of Vidic and Everett when they came into that team. Jay, remember, they were awful to a point that we were like, "Yo, Alex, what are you doing with these mans?" And we stuck with them, and so I think part of this is a confidence thing. There's a lot of players that lack the confidence. Now, is that your own fault in terms of that you that sometimes you take training too lightly. Sometimes you don't appreciate that the club that you're at. You take it for granted that you're there because you've got a long contract. If they get rid of you, they've got to pay you a lot of money to get rid of you. And hopefully your name will carry you to another decent side. So I'm going to look at this manager coming in and I say, we are going to play better football. But I think one of his biggest issues is our lack of goals now. Because I think defensively, when everyone's fit, Jay, I think we're decent defensively. But I still look at that forward line and say, where are the goals coming from?
Do you know what, though? I think you can score goals. Goals are a confidence thing, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what I said about confidence earlier.
Well, okay,
yeah.
so guys, do you think, because even reading up on some of the some of the news outlets and some of the stuff that you see over social media, that obviously they're saying that Højlund reminds them of a Gyökeres. Now, listen, Gyökeres. Listen, if you just got to look at his stats, what this guy is doing in terms of his goal scoring ability, 27 goals in 21 games. Yeah, he's got 5 Champions League goals already. I think it was since he's joined Sporting Lisbon in 2023. I think he's scored 67 goals in 63 games, something like that. Something like that. I can't remember.
What did they buy him for, Norms? What did they?
Okay, so if you want to know, so you need to know about where Gyökeres came from, because I know Jay, you was kind of getting excited last night, and we need to talk about. Listen. I'm sure. No, Ruben, no, brother. You was getting excited on the chat, brother. On the chat last night, you was getting excited.
Hold on. Let me explain myself.
You want to play? You want to play your voice note? You want to play your voice note?
Let me explain myself, right? That for me, I don't think we can expect Ruben to come in and all of a sudden Man United is just going to be amazing, right? Yeah. I think we can expect Ruben to come in and Man United to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I actually feel like watching Ruben and listening to. I was honest to say to you guys, listen, I don't really know anything about the dude.
Yeah.
Right. Until he started getting linked with us, then I started checking all about him and reading everything and watching everything I could.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm noticing from what I can see about him and all the players that he has, is he improves players. You know what I mean?
Yo, sentiments. This brother last night, if you want to hear, he was getting bombed, bro.
Yeah, because I didn't even catch up with that until I was at work, and then
because you and Ez were going at it at like 4 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Yeah. I was at the office.
I saw that. I think Chili posted something on the chat last night and said, "You guys got a bed to go to." As Arsenal Ambitious TV said, if it was his team, he would give Ruben 2 summers to start showing what they can do, and I think he's going to need that. I think he's going to need that. He's going to need that.
He's got 2.5-year contract, isn't he?
That's right. Which is
interesting.
That's interesting. That is actually interesting.
He's got 3.5.
And then the plus one. The plus one,
because he's got 3.5 really.
Right.
See what I personally would like to see with Manchester United.
Yeah.
And if I see this, I'm okay. If I can see us improving, we might not win all the games or whatever, but if you can see us improving, you can see a shape being built. Because remember, he came out yesterday and he said, listen, calm down, everyone. When I played Man City last time, they beat me 5-1.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he's really saying, listen, it's taken me a while to build my team up to this team now that can actually compete with them and beat them. In a one-off game, let's be fair.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? So I just look at, we've only got a manager who actually can coach players to make them better. And that's what I'm excited to see. And that's where my excitement's actually coming from, because we've had a manager for the last few years. Every single player he has, they look worse after he signed them.
Under him, yeah.
Yeah.
Even the ones he overpaid for.
Everyone.
And the reason why he overpaid, because he's insistent that I need this player. So United were just give it him, just let him have it. So when you're overpaying for players that you eventually bench,
that's another thing as well.
Yeah.
In-game management, because this is what I try to explain to
something Arteta needs to learn as well, mate.
Well, this is what I try to explain to some of my Man United friends. That actually, if you look at our history under ETH, right, we've actually been crap since we beat Newcastle in the Carabao Cup.
Exactly, Jay. Thank you.
So we ended the first season under him badly, even though we finished third. Right, we ended that season badly. Then we started the second season worse than we started the first season, and ended that season in 8th place on minus goal difference. And then we started the third season under him even worse than the other 2 seasons. And we're in what we're in now. I don't even know.
13th,
when he left,
13th.
When he left, 14th.
14th, yeah.
Minus goal difference.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Like,
I think you still got a -3 goal difference.
We're still -3. Yeah, we're still -3.
Now
the guy,
we just lipped one
this
spot.
guy hasn't made any players. You look at the Man United team and say, okay, who's he made better than? Like, no one has he made better.
No.
Who's he improved? I can't see where he's improved anybody. I can't see where the team has improved. And people say, oh, well, he needed his own. Well, he's got his own team. Half of the players are his.
That was his team, Jay. I broke this down a few weeks ago, Norm, with players he signed and players he gave new contract extensions to. That was his team, bro.
Yeah.
Forget the injuries. That's your team, mate.
Yeah.
And whatever, 600 million, whatever it was later, that's still your team, bro.
Yeah.
And he's the most backed manager since Ferguson financially.
Tactically, he was poor.
Yeah.
Right. Tactically, he was poor. His in-game management was awful. Right. He got lucky, I think, in the first half of his first season, where a lot of the subs he made actually worked out quite well. But after that, it was terrible. Yes, Jay. Is that Jay? Is that your nephew?
I don't know, is it?
That's Jay, man. That's Jay Garrick.
Yes,
Oh,
Jay,
right.
yeah,
What do you say?
Like
Mr. Manu, what you say, man? Big up to you, brother. Listen, I hope you're subscribing now. I hope you're subscribed. Listen, you must be happy. It's the first time you come on my stream since you're getting this new strike. Listen, as Sentiment said, you're all getting giddy. Calm down. You got giddy with Ten Hag. Yeah, you got giddy with Ten Hag.
You know what,
bro? We are traumatized.
Let me say this is different.
We're traumatized fans.
Hold on, people.
You're right, Norm.
Yeah.
But this is different, man.
Yes, man. Big up.
Big up yourself, man.
This guy feels like a football manager.
Yeah.
He feels like a football coach. He feels like a guy that can come in and command respect from the players.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. Yes.
But you know what though, Jay? I mean, when
Arteta is a loser, what are you laughing for?
I'm not going to Arteta yet. I'm not going to Arteta.
No.
Sorry. Where's that?
He was laughing. I'm asking, what are you laughing for, man?
No, but listen, Jay. I mean, listen. Obviously, when Eric Ten Hag came, I was worried. I'm not going to lie. When he come to the side because of what he did with the Ajax and almost getting to a Champions League final, beating Real Madrid on the way there. It was Ten Hag ball. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, if anyhow this guy gets hold of Man United and does well, but as I said last week, he just didn't handle the situation.
Started with Ronaldo, awful in the press. Awful in the press.
Yeah. And I look at Ruben, and you're right. The way he even handles the press. I mean, there was a guy, I think it was you, Jay, that posted about that
journalist.
It's Gary Cotterill from Sky Sports.
Yeah, a bit pushy, mate.
Very arrogant.
But I really do think that he's gonna properly back up and do his job. Do his job. He looks like a good coach, and he Man City were linked with him because Sporting Lisbon's technical director, I believe, is going to Man City, and there was talk that he could follow him.
Yeah, that's right.
So as you say, JD, it might be a situation where Man United said, "Bro, we need to get this guy." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you remember what he said, Norm? He said he wanted to wait till the summer. Man United said it's now or never.
He would have taken. Man said he would have taken boys back. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is, brethren. That's how bad it was.
Jay's right, though. Jay's right. EPH is proving to us he's one of the worst managers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I looked at the stats. Yeah,
he's up there. He's up there with. Who's the guy that went Villas Boas? He went Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah, you remember? Yeah,
he was terrible.
Yeah.
This guy's terrible. Eric Taylor. I know he's won 2 competitions, but his football is only geared towards cup competition.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
he just keep banging on about 2 trophies. Drives me up. Listen, I'm in the. I never wanted the man to stay in the first place.
Yeah,
right.
And it was Jay. It was interesting as well. It was interesting. The players that actually came out and gave him a little bit of a half-baked props, and the key players. That
how many players did you hear? How many players did you hear giving? I heard Bruno, and I didn't hear anybody else that said they called.
There was. I think it was. I think Garnacho and Kobe said something as well on his chat. But I actually get those 2 young players because he gave them
a chance, didn't he?
So I get that. But other senior players, your Casemiros, your Rashfords, silence, nothing to say. So that speaks volumes as well, as in to say, Bondis Gaffer. You know what I mean? That's exactly how they would have said it.
Yeah, but just going back to the striker, because I know you're saying your striker problems with Højlund and that, but maybe Ruben can get a tune out of them when he comes.
Maybe
okay,
he can coach up. I'm hoping he can coach up.
Yeah, and just to let you know where I'm going to sort of start off when he went to Brighton. He went to Brighton for €1 million, all right, and that was back in the 2017-18 season. Yeah, he was then sent on loan to FC St. Pauli. Yeah, he was then loan transfer. Then the loan was ended at Brighton on the 2020. Then had a loan transfer to Swansea. So he was at Swansea in 2021 season. He then went back. He went back to Brighton, and that loan ended 2021. He then went on this is your neck of the woods, Big D. Well, before you moved to that other neck of the woods, but Coventry. Yeah. So he was on a loan transfer to Coventry before going back to Brighton, which ended the loan 2021. And then he went back. He was sold from Brighton to Coventry for 1.2 million euros.
Wow.
And then he was sold to Sporting Lisbon for 24 million euros because he was banging goals for 24 million euros.
Yeah. That's a huge jump, isn't it? 1.2 to 24 million.
Yeah, but he was banging goals for Coventry.
I know that's what I'm saying.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah,
that is a lot of money. Yeah.
But
I think I was saying to
the Gea.
Yeah. But I think I was saying to Ez, like, that form at Coventry didn't get noticed by the scouts here because if he was playing so well that he literally added 23 million euros to his value to go to Portugal, someone fumbled the bag here. As in, you weren't watching this kid to say, Governor, I found a kid in Coventry. Like, they only paid X amount for him, offered him 5 million euros.
Yeah,
they still tripled their money, or 6 million euros or whatever.
Listen, Sporting Lisbon have done their due diligence. Yeah, and just said, "Yo, here's an 85 million thing in there," because they know they're going to be a big team looking at him because he right now he's banging. He banged for Coventry and he's.
How old is he now?
He's about 23, 24.
That's what I was thinking. 23, 24. Yeah.
I think it's about 23, 24. I don't know if anybody in the chat just check it out for us. I'm just kind of guessing.
Yeah, go on, no. I'll look on
that. Just on this point that you had on the screen there.
Oh, sorry, let me put that here.
About eating. So this is what I'm saying. I think, personally, all Manchester United fans, like any football fans, I think, want to see. You want to see a bit of progress.
Oh, wow, 26.
You want to see like your
26.
Oh, 26.
I thought he was younger than that. Wow.
No, he's older than I thought then. Okay. But you want to see a bit of progress, don't you? You want to see your team making steps, making strides somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think if we see that, I think Man United fans will be all right, and they'll give him time.
Oh, he's Swedish. Okay.
Yeah, Swedish.
If we're seeing the same old rubbish, then he's not going to get no time.
Yeah. But look, listen, guys, you know, as I said, he can make Man United great again, just like Trump can make America great again. You know what I'm saying?
so Swedish. So that's Ericsson.
Well,
no, it's Christian Eriksen. No,
it's Denmark.
Denmark.
Yeah.
I don't think if you got this Swedish player that we can tap him up with. I can't think he plays for us. That is like
no, guys. As I said last night on my voice, listen. Let me just spell this plain to you. And any Arsenal fans that are in the chat, back me here. Back me, please. Back me now. Okay?
It's not going to happen.
Listen. Just let me hear me out, brother. Hear me out. First of all, I rate Ruben. Yeah. Not only do I rate him, I know that guy is gonna make. He's gonna make Højlund cook. He's gonna make him cook. He's gonna make Zertsky cook. Yeah. First of all, he's gonna have to lose some weight first, but then he will cook after that. Understand? So listen, don't worry about Gyökeres. Yeah. We will just take care of business. You understand? Yeah. So let's just erase that out of your minds, people. Yeah, erase that out of your minds.
It's Mikel, though. No,
let us just move on. Let us just move on.
Forget Edu. You have to worry about Mikel. And it's like,
okay, that segues us nicely into Edu has left the building, people. Edu has
Is he left to immediate effect?
I don't know. He's resigned, so I don't know if he's. Yeah, I'm still kind of trying to get my head around it. But look, he's going. Either way, he's going. He's looking to go and work for this group called. Let me just find the name of the.
It's the name. It's the same name as the Nottingham Forest owner.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Makala, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think Jay's right. Just quickly, he's right with this 18 months. I think as United fans, we need to relax a minute and say, let this man come in, get his feet under the table before we start judging and putting unnecessary pressure, because the media are already trying to do it by bullying him to speak English when he's doing a Portuguese press conference. It's like so
he handled them well though.
He did, very well.
He's not rude with it. He still has a little bit of a laugh with him, so he keeps him on side.
Yeah, because he was still laughing, saying next week you'll get it next week. I promise you next week.
Yeah.
No, but you just given what the guy said. You just given 25 minutes in Portuguese.
Yeah.
He said,
because I'm in Portugal. I'm in Portugal managing a Portuguese club. So we speak Portuguese. I don't get it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. But it's us though, Jay. Anything Man United related, that's how they want to manhandle. And I do like the way he's poised. He didn't get himself, because you could hear a voice next to him. I don't know who that was next to him.
He must have been press off.
And he didn't bite. I thought he didn't bite. And I love that. Like you said, he was quite Jehovah about it. Just had a bit of a chuckle and said, next week I'm going to give you all the English you want to hear. And I like that the fluency in both languages is nice as well. So he's not going to struggle.
All right. Enough about you got it. Let's just move. Let's just
I'm sorry, bro. I know you're hurting, bro.
No, he starts in 5 days, man. Don't worry. He starts in 5 days.
Boy, listen. Anyway, let's move on to Edu. Mr. Arsenal Ambitious says Edu is a joke. Now, a lot of the Arsenal fan base, some are split on it. Like they're sad to see him go. Listen, I'm glad. I celebrated on my Insta post. I was celebrating. You know what I mean? Man's gone. He's left the building. He's left the building. Someone asked the question whether he was a successful sporting director. He came to the club in 2019, 6 months before they took Arteta on. He spent under his tenure, because 2022 is when he became a sporting director, but under his tenure, he's overseen a spend of, I think, something like £869 million. Ooh, 46 players, right? And I would say, and I said it on another show, that maybe 10 of those players are probably half decent, but maybe now starting to fall off a cliff. The thing about Edu, and this is what frustrates me about Edu, and I took this, not quote, but I was watching this other show where the guy was confronting another YouTuber concerning Edu not moving decisively in the transfer window. Yeah. And for me, that's one of the most frustrating things. When we needed to go and get a striker, we didn't do it. There's like key areas that you think at the end of last season when we came second, 2 points behind Man City, Arteta said at the stadium, this is not good enough for us. We need to do better and move on from this. So I went away from that thinking, right, come the summer, we're going to go and get a striker. What do we go and do? We go in for Sesko, find out, we track this guy for months, weeks, or whatever it is, to only find out that he's going to re-sign a contract with RB Leipzig. Okay? We then go and get a defender, Calafiori. Yeah? We're stacked with defenders. I'm just saying at the end of the day, we needed a striker. Yeah. Kai Havertz is not a clinical striker. And you've seen that. You saw the game where we lost to Newcastle. You look at Isak. It was like old school. Old school winger crosses the ball in. Gabriel Saliba in between them. Bosh. 1-0. The best 1-0 you can win. They didn't have to even get out of second gear, Newcastle. We played really terrible in that game. I was frustrated. I didn't even get angry because it just was not worth angry. And I looked at Arteta on the sidelines. He was just like rubbing his chin. He just looked lost. He reminded me when he first came to the club. Yes, he had to get rid of a lot of dross and all of that. And he wanted them to play a specific way. Yeah, he wanted them to play a specific way. And he didn't have those players to do that. Now that he's got his players where he spent nigh on 700 million, yeah, we've come second twice, yeah, this season. Jay, you said it. We spoke about it on our chat that you looked at this Arsenal side. If you could just remind us what you said with regards to Arsenal this season and what you feel that they may drop off this season. What was your reasoning behind that?
Yeah, this was pre-season, wasn't it? Before pre-season, we was talking about this. And I just felt like Arsenal would qualify for the Champions League, no problem. I just felt like this where the last two seasons you've been pushing City and you and City, they've been tussling. I just felt Arsenal was going to drop off from that level. And the reason why I always feel like Arsenal just don't do enough. Like you just don't go out there in the transfer market and say, right, we're going to go out and just get that killer now that's going to win us the title. Do you remember when Man City beat Man United to the title on goal difference?
Yep.
And Fergie said, right, that's it. We're never losing on goal difference again. He goes out and buys RVP from you guys.
Yep.
And RVP just goes berserk, scoring goals. And we win it at Cantor the next year. So it's just like taking that next. Every time I see the signings you make, they never
jump out.
They never look like they're gonna just take you to.
No, if you look at the players that we signed this season, Calafiori, who was bought as a left-sided left back, is actually a left-sided centre back for Bologna. But Arteta is always trying to manoeuvre these players into, rather than play them in their natural position, he's playing them out of position. We had a situation where we had to play Thomas Partey at right back. He had Ben White sitting on the bench. Why not start Ben White? Play Thomas Partey back in the midfield because we was losing control of the midfield in that game. Yeah. We was losing control. As AFC said, I looked at those players on Saturday and it just looked like they're down tools.
You really think they're down tools? So
I'm not saying that they've done it. It felt that way. It just looked that way, because you looked at them. It just looked like they didn't have no energy in them. I don't know if they don't believe in the system that Arteta is playing because at the moment, because we've got lots of injuries and stuff like that. Arteta is the second highest paid manager, 15 million quid a year. He's got to find a solution because, as I said, we are playing with the handbrake on and we need to fix up quick. Yes, we fixed up quick. One of the quick fixes that Edu's gone. But now we need to go and get in a competent sporting director or technical director, whatever it is. And I'm understanding that Arteta is going to have a lot of say in this. It's almost coming like very Wenger-like. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the interesting thing is the speculation is that maybe Arteta and Edu, even though they did the thing jointly together, maybe there was targets that Arteta want and Edu might maybe say, no, hold up on that one, and so on and so on. Because it's just so frustrating that we're not getting the players. You look at Saka, we didn't get a backup for Saka. You've gone and got Sterling last deadline day, yeah? You didn't really want Sterling. It's because Chelsea didn't want him.
Yeah.
Yeah? and you're now expected to work miracles. The guy has really run his course now. Yeah, he's seen that. If Chelsea didn't want him, why do you think Arsenal going to win it? Because a lot of the Arsenal fans believe.
Is that all Arteta's fault though? That doesn't sound to me that doesn't sound like managers' problems to me.
Yeah, but the fact is that I don't know whether Arteta has said, look, go and get me. I mean, he might be frustrated and saying, you're not getting me the players that I need. Yeah. But then he did come out and say, I think they said in a post-match when he was talking about the striker situation, and I think they mentioned about getting Isak, would you like take Isak? And he was saying, listen, I wouldn't change any of my strikers.
Yeah, what's
I know he's got to say that. But
he's got to keep their confidence, doesn't he? He's got to keep
exactly. What's his support? It's like, do you remember when Manchester United sold Ronaldo to Real Madrid, right? And we bought Valencia and Michael Owen,
right? Yeah,
as replacements. And Fergie came out and said, "There's no value in the market." Is that really what it was? That there's no value in the market, or was he just not allowed to spend the money? But you don't.
Well, listen. I mean, it may come out later on down in the wash later on. You know what I mean? It may come out, but you know, it's kind of. Listen,
you heard what his name said. So I
saw that this week. The Netflix thing.
Said, man. Yeah, you hear it.
Listen, everyone, man. Listen.
He needs to relax though, every year.
He does. Yeah.
It's like, bro. Yeah, I get the banter, but
and you're right here, sentiments. I don't think we do. We doesn't seem to get it. And the problem is now is that who are we going to hire now? Is it going to be somebody internally, or are we going to go out and get somebody who's competent and has got the ability and the experience? Because as I said, you had two guys coming in, Edu and Arteta. They're both inexperienced, taking over a big, massive club like Arsenal.
Yeah.
And you know, as I said, during that period of time, we've come 8th twice, 5th. Missed out on Champions League football that year, and then we pushed for the title twice, but we just can't seem to get over the line. And one of the things that Eddie was saying is about especially during the Amazon documentary, he was talking about, you know, we needed to get out the deadwood, the dross, people that want high wages. It's almost like I feel we've come full circle again. Yeah, and the reason why I say that, guys, is because we had people like Cedric Suarez, people like El Nene, like, you know, nicking a living, but weren't playing. Yeah, so it's almost like we've just gone full circle. You've kept these players. You've given Eddie Nketiah. Yes, some people say, well, we needed to give him the 100k a week and Reece Nelson the 100k a week and give him the number 14 shirt to up his values. But we don't do. I mean, and this is something generally where we don't do well when it comes to the transfer window, selling and buying. Yeah, obviously we broke the record by spending 105 million on Declan Rice or whatever it is. Yeah, but right now he's looking like couscous. I mean, I can't lie, he's not playing well at all. You know what I mean? And as I said in my statement today on the menu, Arsenal need to fix up quick, because right now, you've got Liverpool sitting at the top of the league on 7 points ahead. Yeah, people will look at it and say, oh, you know, Man City lost to Bournemouth. So that's kind of giving Arsenal a bit of a reprieve. It looks like Odegaard now is back in the fold.
It has, though.
It
has given you a reprieve, because the reality is Liverpool will have a period where they drop off too. They're not just going to keep winning. Like that never happens to anybody.
Well, tonight, guys, we're going to see what Arteta is going to be like up against this Inzaghi guy, because this Inzaghi guy, he's working with 30-plus-year-old guys. Mkhitaryan Right.
Look how long ago Mkhitaryan was playing.
Are you hearing me? Me? You know, so
Jose Mourinho.
Well, JB Carragher came out and said that Arteta is kind of morphing into a Jose Mourinho. But the difference with Jose Mourinho is that he's winning titles. Yeah, and he's got the balance right, and he's got the experience. Now, I've always said it, and I keep saying it again. If you're passing a Robert Reliant, don't think you can go and get the keys and go and drive an 18-wheel juggernaut. All right? Because you're going to do some damage. And is this thing of, okay, next year, put it this way. If we end up finishing behind Slot, say Slot wins the Premier League, he's coming his first year. He didn't take him 5 seasons to do it. He didn't take him 5 phases and 5 processes. He's coming to do it. Some people say, oh, well, he's got a ready-made side. I thought when Slot came in, there was going to be a massive drop-off.
So did I.
Yeah,
So did I.
we all thought he was going to be a massive drop off, but the guy is doing really well now. Listen,
because it wasn't a name.
it's
It
still
wasn't
early
a name
days.
we were familiar with either, Norm.
No, but
So we
listen,
were like,
but not familiar, but
Yeah.
not familiar, but he's won titles, he's won cups, yeah. So he's more successful than Arteta, yeah. And tactically, when I watch him and to see how he does his in-game management, because it's like he adapts his games for every situation, every team that he plays against. It's like you can see him adapting games. Craig is saying first it was the light bulb nonsense, then it was the pick the pocket nonsense. Now it's getting, bro.
Squeezing lemons, you know. I missed that one. After the guy's a lunatic.
Now you wonder why. This is just only for PR stuff that's going on here. Go out and win something about squeezing lemons and what? Why? Go out and win something, man.
Bro.
It's so frustrating. But look, Edu has left the building. He has left the building. We don't know what the future holds now because, you know what I mean, we need to, because obviously now the January window is coming up. We're 8 weeks away from the January window. Are we going to go in and get a sporting director or technical director, or is Arteta going to be the one to be looking at players? And I'm telling you guys, listen, all that money that you wasted on certain players when we could have put that money down for Victor Gyökeres, yeah? Get his buyout clause.
Stop calling my name. The man now come to you, man. Stop calling my name.
How you know he's coming to you? How you know he's coming to you?
No, I'm not saying it's coming to me, but I'm saying
you spent 74 million on Højlund, 40 odd million on Xerxes.
But to be fair to Xerxes, he actually said he wants gone now. I don't know how true this is though.
Well,
he said that he wants gone. Yeah, and then he wants to go back to warmer climates and play football. If that's the case, if he said it, Jay,
he didn't say that. It's impossible that he would say that. That'd be like, how can you join a new club and after 10 games you say I don't want to be here? You was gonna hold the bench anyway. He didn't say that. There's no way he said that.
Well,
he wouldn't be playing. He wouldn't be playing if he said that either.
Wow. Well, he hadn't been playing really until the manager.
If he said that, he wouldn't even come on.
Because the thing is, if he's homesick, then he shouldn't be putting it on social media.
He lives down the road.
That's what I'm saying. So if it's a case of that I'm homesick, then bro, like go talk to the club councillor. Like don't be putting it on socials. You know?
But Jay and D, if he wants to go for your career.
You need to stop reading some of this stuff. There's no way he said that. There's no way he said that.
I would like to think that there's no way, but I tell you, these players are fragile, JP.
If he said that, that'd be all over Sky Sports News. That'd be all over it.
That's true. Yeah. You just kind of read it. Yeah. I mean, I saw that, but it wasn't like on the major feed. Yeah. I wouldn't take D. I wouldn't take that. What?
It's the smoke for me, Norm.
I know it's the fire.
It's the smoke. It's like
we're gonna put it.
Where's this stuff coming from?
D, don't worry. D, we're gonna smother that.
People make stuff up, you know.
Yeah,
I know. I know.
Let me calm your nerves. Yeah, let me calm your nerves.
Oh, no, I'm not nervous because I'm not rating him. If I was rating him, I would be like,
no. But by the time Ruben finishes, you will rate him. Yeah.
No. You bring no.
Yeah, definitely. Come on, guys.
He's gonna have him in that. He's gonna have him in that sweatsuit 5 days.
Yeah, man, 100%. Yeah, and he's gonna get Højlund scoring goals. Don't worry, lads. Yeah. I say, take your mind off Gyökeres. Yeah. Just figure out these two. Yeah, they will do it for you. At least you got two strikers. We ain't.
No, if you look at a club like Man United under Fergie always had a minimum of 3 to 4 strikers every season.
And the year when you won that treble,
yeah.
Even though what's his name was out injured, was it Teddy? Was Teddy out?
Yeah, Teddy.
Teddy scored in the final though.
In the final, yeah, but he was out for a period of time. Yeah. So even if like, I don't want to keep harping back to Fergie days, but Fergie never went into battle ill-equipped.
Yeah,
as in you're not going to pick yourself, and that's what I don't like about this Rashford and Garnacho thing, just constantly picking themselves because there's no other options out there. Give them competition, and let's see. Under a new manager, right? There's 4 of you. Show me who's wearing that shirt every week. Show me who's starting. If I know I'm starting, where's the effort in training? And he's got to pick me. Who else is he going to pick over me? That's what I'm selling from Rashford. Who's he going to pick over me? I'm Rashi. I'm selling them my shirts. Well, I think he's still selling the most shirts. He might be going that trend now. I don't know.
I doubt he's selling the most now.
No, it might be going that trend now, actually, Jay. But back then, it was Rashford selling the most number 10 shirts.
Do you think Garnacho selling?
I wouldn't be surprised if Garnacho's up there now, you know, Jay, on the shirt sales. Just because because the kids relate to him, Jay. The funky haircut and you know what I mean, the Zooing and because he prefers Ronaldo people, man. And Messi to his home man Messi. The fans love that. The young fans.
And you know what? And you know what the similarities is with both our clubs, yeah. Because back in the day, we used to be good. Yeah, we used to have the battles. You know that we was always at each other. We don't really banter each other now because what is there to banter? Because both clubs are in the doldrums right now. Yeah, and the problem is those kids, that watch our club now have not seen our clubs win trophies.
Right. Yeah.
Go invincible, and then the year when Wayne Rooney cheated us. You know what I mean? You know, still hurt me right now. Yeah. So he's a thief.
I thought this thing about Wayne Rooney. No, and it was. I was online looking at something, and there was these little like clothespins, and they had Wayne Rooney, the white Pele. I don't know if you've ever seen this, Jay.
That's the song. That's the song.
Is it? Yeah, I don't remember that. I was like, looking at it, Wayne Rooney, the white Pele. You know, I was like, I swear,
that's the song.
These guys need to chill.
I saw my mate the other day. He said to me, he saw the white Pele. So I said, who is he? He goes by the name of Wayne Rooney.
Yes, you're right.
I remember his debut when he scored against us, man. 16 years old, you know. 16 years old. But look, so that generation have not seen our club win, and the problem is that all they're on right now is just PR from both clubs. Yeah. That's all it is. You know, they got the nice gear, the aura. You know, best looking. People say the best looking manager, best looking left back. You know what I mean? It's a total different. This is what we're on. This is what we're on. I want to go. I want to see my players. I want to see when my mans went to Old Trafford 2002 when Will Todd scored that goal and he leapfrogged over I think it was either Carnu or Patrick Vieira. Yeah, I remember that.
I was at that game.
Oh, was you at the game?
I was at that game.
I must say, Burkham was on the bench.
Don't talk about the A2. Don't talk about the A2.
Yeah, please. You're right. He's still Marcus Rashford.
Is it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he can still go with chess. Yes, Junior Martin, big of himself. He can still go with chess and say, yo, I'm selling them on shirts, you know. I am still him. And that's the thing. Even though Bruno's captain, it's Marcus's team. If he really wants it. And let's see what Ruben does with Marcus, because
listen, Ruben's going to work you, team. He's going to get you discipline. Yeah,
I agree.
It's not going to happen. As I said, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a bit of time and everything.
Yeah. And he's actually a coach now, hence why the head coach title rather than manager. He's actually a coach, so it's going to be interesting that just to see that, because every time I see Man United videos, I see him doing their blessed rondos. It looks rubbish. I'm like, show me some actual training. You know what I mean? I don't want you trying to take free kicks with them things standing in front that don't jump up and down or go side to side. They just stay there. I need to see, like, put the second 11, have the second 11 in the proper wall and let me see you hit them free kicks then when they're jumping.
Real Madrid have got an electric one, you know.
Have they? They go up and down.
That would jump up and down.
Spend the money, Jay.
But that's the case. Just before, because I've got 11 minutes before my game starts. Just touching on Real Madrid, guys. What's going on with Real Madrid right now, people?
Kylian Mbappe, mate. He matched up the runnings. He should never.
Do you think Ancelotti could get sacked? Like, listen.
Yeah, for sure.
If they just Carlo.
Do you see the standards there? You see the standards there? You see how high the standards are?
Yeah, Real Madrid don't play, you know. Real Madrid don't play. That winning us the Champions League, that was then.
Right.
Winning us that was. Listen, we're in the now. We're in the now.
But no, if he gets fired, would you take him, Carlo?
100.
Exactly.
100%.
I'm taking Carlo as well.
Oh, you're taking an old fossil guy. No, I'll take him because the man has got the experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you take him? Would you take him, D?
Well, if he was available when
if he got sacked, no, I'm just saying, if say you Eric Ten Hag was there, you would have taken him, innit? If he,
over Eric,
Eric,
all day,
definitely.
every day, all day.
If he's coming to Madrid,
not
us,
not over the mighty Amarin, but over Ten Hag, yeah.
Get out of here! Listen, you got be careful, yeah.
Listen, give me time.
Enough time. Big up Eric Ten Hag, yeah. Look what's happened, yeah. Listen, look. As I said, you got to give him time. As I can't remember who mentioned it. I think it was I can't remember who mentioned about
what in the chat.
In the chat, yeah.
It was Jay Carey. Yeah, Jay.
Yeah.
He said we've got to give him 18 months, Norm, before we start making any noise. Give him 18 months.
Sorry, Arsenal ambitious. Yeah, Arsenal ambitious. Yeah. So look, Real Madrid. Listen, if Ancelotti does get sacked, I know he was linked with the Brazilian job, so maybe I don't know. That could be a possibility.
Imagine him in the Premier League as well, Norm. That would be wild, Ancelotti in the Premier League as well.
Well, he was in there before. Remember he managed.
That's right, Everton. Yeah,
he managed Everton. And people, when the time when he was managing Everton, it was the same time when Arteta got the job because they were both in the stand. And people say he's washed. What do you mean he's washed?
Nah, he's gone away and proven that.
He's done at Real Madrid, mate. Yeah? When he lost the other day, I think it was first time in the league. It was like 44 games, and you saw what the Real Madrid fans were going on.
They're nuts, mate. They don't.
It changed the whole dynamic.
The standards are up there.
Jude Bellingham hasn't scored this season, Norm. Huh? Since Mbappe's been forced into that team, Bellingham hasn't scored this season.
No, he hasn't, and he's looking kind of.
He's
kind of looking average right now.
Yeah,
looking
Mbappe just keeps going offside.
It's wild to watch.
Somebody said, I think it was AFC said Mbappe's made Real Madrid worse.
Yeah, it's and you wouldn't think that caliber of player would go to Real Madrid and make them worse, but he's totally unbalanced that team. And if Carlo's been forced to play him by Perez, which is what's going on there, commercially. Like, you got to pick this fella. He's got to start. Well, not for this game. Yes, he's got to start. The money we've invested, because like us, that commercial side of Real Madrid is a juggernaut. And so when you have your Galacticos sat on the bench,
I remember the fans own. Listen, the fans own Madrid. It's the fans.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean.
Interesting times, boy. For Carlo.
It's definitely interesting times. But let me just quickly, because I want to go and assess this team tonight. How we're going to get on, I don't know. Because you're up against a very, very good manager in Inzaghi. Bellemont has always been mid, just like Bruno goes covering up stinkers.
Wow, there you go.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
He's definitely not mid. He's definitely not mid, but yeah.
It's a good point. They're going to have to find some form. They're going to have to find some form because AC Milan slapping them up 3-1 at their ground. That's mad.
Yeah.
That is mad, guys. But D, if you could just quickly just run through the fantasy Premier League.
Yes. Unlike my real team, my fantasy team is having me top of the league, get the nosebleed up there. I normally like to sit about third or fourth and just pounce at the end, but I can't argue what I'm seeing there. There's a solid 50 points, Nomski.
Yeah, mate. Yeah,
I'm looking at the risers, mate. Del Grady, solid 77, taking him back into 6th. Phil Headley as well with a 54. Malcolm X up to 13, Noms.
Go on, Malcolm X. Yeah, Malcolm X.
Coming, boy, up to 13th.
Malcolm X.
I don't know what is going on with Ez, Andy, Philly, and Kofi.
Well, Kofi's still on a honeymoon, isn't it, right now?
Them three are propping up the bottom of the league, 17th, 16th, and 15th.
Jeez.
Even my brother JD, who's missed out on game week 1, has leapfrogged him.
Wow, that's mad.
Into 4th. Right, so he's just behind Jay by 2 points, and then
that's mad.
Simon, steady. Yeah, anyone that's knocking 50 points upwards has had a steady week. Obviously, Dal Grady is our outstanding one on 77. So yeah, everyone's doing quite well in that. So good stuff, Norms.
Okay, then let me just quickly share the what's going on league table prediction league table.
Let me see this now. Because you know what, D. You got
listen. Hey, you got to stop.
I'm coming.
You got to stop backing. Where you're coming?
I'm coming. I'm coming now. Now we've got rid of ETH. I'm coming, man.
You're coming. You said, okay. Well, listen, bro. You're 10 points. You're 10 points behind your arch rival.
Don't worry, mate.
The slot machine.
That's what they call. Don't worry, man. I'm backing them again this week. I'll back them again this week.
Look at that. 2 red dots for me, boy. Hopefully,
who we got this week? Leicester. We got Leicester, haven't we? I'm backing them again.
Have you got home? I think you got a home, innit?
Yeah.
Because Ruben has only got home games. All 4 games he's been in charge.
That's right. Yeah, they're all 4. Yeah, they're all home. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you win your games by the time we meet and we are playing the form where Arsenal are playing in, listen, I know we got Odegaard back, bro, but we need to fix up quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you win your games and we drop off against Chelsea this Sunday, yeah, it could be a bit peakalicious because right now Chelsea are above us. We're sitting in 5th. So that's going to be a massive
you got
game.
the 16:30 kickoff on Sunday.
Super Sunday.
And then we're 2 o'clock at home to Leicester, Jay.
Right. So anyway, listen, Kofi top, getting the exact prediction right, 2-1.
Kofi again. That's 2 he's got now, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 exact.
He's probably on 12 points. Big D missed out because he said 3-1 to Man City. They lost 2.
I'm backing them now. I allow it, man. Their heads are gone at the moment. But KDB is back.
Yeah, Ed said. Did Ed say 3-2? To
Ed said 3-2. Yeah,
and you said 2-1, didn't you?
Yeah, so I said 2-1.
Yeah, but it ended up being a bore draw.
I should have got 2-1. I should have got my 2 when bloody Bruno volley. I don't know what it's
unbelievable.
He lost his head.
Yeah.
Same as going natural. You're right there, bro.
What
are you doing?
I went 2-1. I think I went 2-1 Arsenal. We lose that game 1-0. So I missed that there. Chile is on. Listen, Tottenham winning 4-1. Tottenham are like this, just a yo-yo side. Yeah, up and down.
Yeah,
1 week they win.
Sure.
So next week, they're probably going to lose. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, they're going right now. Blue, red.
And then down in the doldrums is JP on 2 points.
Don't worry, man. Couple 3-pointers, mate, and I'm right back there. There, man.
So people, listen. It has been an absolute pleasure. But I tell you what, before you leave this stream tonight, you see that thumb? Yeah, just hit it. Yeah, just hit the thumbs. And anybody that's watching it on replay, please hit the thumb. Sorry, at the very start, my stream messed up. There were some technical problems, so you might see 2 StreamYard lives on the actual my channel, but one of them I'm going to have to sort out, get it deleted. So I'll have to get my son to sort that out and sort out the thumbnail picture as well. But listen, it's been a pleasure. We are about to go and watch Arsenal. It's 7:59, and I'm about. Come on, Inter. Listen, it's been a pleasure. Please hit that like button, and if you're very new, subscribe. And for those people that are subscribing the week and new people that have come to the chat, big up to all of you guys. It's been a pleasure. We're out of here.
Yeah, man.
Take care.
Take care, guys.